Thursday. Thursday.
That's
Thursday.
dang right.
Yeah, it is. It is Thursday. So I find myself going home with this giant stack of stuff every day now. Even though I didn't do anything. I showed school every day. Yeah. Whatever. Everyone's got tests. Everyone's got some of the stuff. So I went through the stack last night. I got most of the stuff in the stack in I now. If you put more stuff in the stack, then it will go in later. If you think I enjoy being handed a pile full of stuff from a stack, I don't. If you think that I think that's the right mentality in life, I don't. I get that's how we are because you're in high school and life is just so hard. But you are a senior. You realize if Bailey goes to her college class and she's texting on her phone, her professor can just throw them out. Like, out, bye, okay, bye. And if you talk when the professor's talking, okay, bye. And if you do not turn in the homework, no need to ever make up anything. Heck, at UA, at Bama, in the intro math class, there are 4 math tests. Taylor's supposed to come on like Tuesday at 6 p.m. That's his time to take his test. Let's say he shows up at 6:30. He can't take his test. Let's say he could come early. But if Taylor's not there by Tuesday at 6 p.m., they don't even let him make him up. They make him take a 0. So I understand that this is how it works here. And I am a man who follows directions. So I will continue to follow directions. But I just want to, again, well, I'm a person. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the word we focused on. Lord keep it. I'm a person that follows directions well. I do what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it. So since that is the mentality here, I go with the flow. I gripe about it, but I go with the flow and I type in the link name. God bless your heart. Apparently life is hard. I don't know. And I will continue to go with the flow and gripe about it just out loud. But just as a reminder, if you think college is like this, it's not. It's really, really not. It's a whole nother level of not. So if you're not one who can, I don't know, pace yourself and stay on top of your own assignments, you are in so much trouble. I highly recommend a planner and writing down dates down. It is just going to get worse and worse. Oh, Lord. Yes, dear?
I got a lot of people I know go to college and they say so.
It is easier in that you're in class less, but while you're in class less, you still have assignments you're supposed to complete. Yeah. So the problem is your mommy and your teacher aren't there to remind you, hey, back, have you done 2.2.2? Hey, back, have you done 2.2.2? I'm not there to remind you, hey, have you done 2.2.2? You're actually just supposed to have done it on your own. Understood it all, answered your own, like, handled all of it.
It's so cool.
So that's kind of a problem.
She has some math problem. It's due by this month. She has over a month to do it. And I did the math. I was like, if you did 10 problems, or like 5 problems a day, you could have the whole thing done in 2 weeks.
Yes, but see, what didn't happen is probably the night before it dawned on her, I have a ton of problems to do, so she did them all then. Because that's how it goes.
She doesn't work.
Again, if you think that you're going to continue to make A's in your classes as you play on your cell phones, you'd be wrong. It might work here at Thompson High School because we are very, very, very nice souls. But you're about to go to a place, either a workplace, the military, my God, no, or a university where this is not going to be okay. So if I were you, I would get out of this lazy practice. Yet here we are still on our phones during math class. So, you know, what do I know when I have 3 degrees that I didn't pay for any of them? What do I know?
I would pay your phone.
What do I know?
You had to pass
You didn't pay for yours. You paid for mine.
Yeah, I got a scholarship for each one.
I see.
It was awesome.
Good motivation.
Yes, dear.
Put it in there.
Yes, dear, I saw. I observed that. It's okay, but I still now have to deal with it eventually, but it's okay.
What'd you make on the AC?
But I have always been, I've always been an overachiever. That's just me. I always do what I'm supposed to do during class. I'm just one of those people who likes to get goody two-shoes. It's not a good quality, I know that. I don't always make the best choices because I'm always a suck-up. I was teacher's pet. But I also made straight A's and got my free rides, so you know. Okay, you got on my nerves. You're on my nerves today. Table 6 out of point, you're the least on my nerves. Table 2 out of points, you got your feelings hurt yesterday. You were really on my nerves yesterday because you were either worried about making up all of the stuff that you suddenly realized might need to happen this week, or you were worried about talking to your friends and having a good old time, which is great, except very few of us actually understand implications. We've got and down, we got or down. Very few of us actually understood what Ms. Compton was saying yesterday about something about school and rules and shoes, I don't know. So, to try to help you, I found a video. But this is the last day Ms. Compton is going to spend on implication, which means we're going to move on to another symbols and other stuff's going to happen. In fact, if you actually look in your textbook, because you can read, and you saw that today, instead of typing on your phone, you looked at 2.2.2 and you saw, hey, not only did I not start 2.2.2 yesterday, Ms. Compton apparently wants to finish today, and she wants me to do 2.3.1. Which sounds terrible. If you actually opened your book and looked at 2.3.1, you would see it is the 3 shortest questions ever, and none of them involve an actual truth table. It just involves you and your words. So, but then is where Bailey should get scared, because she flips the pages and she sees the word exercises, which is kind of our way of insinuating, P.S., we've reached the end of chapter 2. Meaning, if you still don't understand truth tables, heck, some of us don't understand 2-variable truth tables, let alone 3 variables. And with this new operator, you're in so much trouble. You're about to not only kill your grade here at the end of this 9 weeks, so you got to come make up that test that you bombed, but you're also going to kill your grade at the first and the second 9 weeks, because we are going to take a chapter 2 test Monday next week, and you would like for it to not be as terrible as it's looking. In fact, if I were to think ahead, we're going to work on 2.4 tomorrow. I've got a worksheet for Tuesday. You're out of school Monday. Wednesday's PSAT thing. It's going to mess up our whole flow. More than likely, it's going to be a review Thursday, test Friday. So you could go ahead and write that on your planner, as I'm suggesting. Next Friday, a week from tomorrow, you will have a test that involves not only 2-variable equations, but 3 variables and this new operator that you hate so much. Okay, so if I were you, I would take this opportunity that this company's giving you for another chance to understand this new operator. But some people are still gonna take this chance, and then they're gonna wonder why they're doing bad in class. But, oh Lord, I'm off my rant now. Here's your video.
My name is Justin Koo, and I'm an assistant professor of philosophy at MIT. Today we are going to look at conditionals, which are a class of sentences that have puzzled philosophers for thousands of years. Here's an example of a conditional sentence from a speech by former presidential candidate Mitt Romney. If the safety net needs repair, I will fix it. Conditional sentences, like one, consist of 2 parts, an antecedent, the safety net needs repair, and a consequent, I will fix it. Our question today is, what do conditional sentences like one mean? In other words, by uttering this sentence, what has Mitt Romney told us? Here's a way to think about questions of meaning like this. When I say, the cat is on the mat, I tell you that the cat is on the mat rather than not on the mat. This is because the meaning of to is that the cat is on the mat. Okay, that's pretty easy. What about our conditional sentence 1? What has Mitt Romney told us by uttering it? One way of figuring out what Romney has told us is to get clear on what he has not told us. He hasn't told us that the safety net needs repair. And he also hasn't told us that he will fix the safety net. Rather, what he said is that there is some connection between the safety net needing repair and his fixing it. But what connection? Here's the simple answer. By saying the sentence 1, Romney has told us that it is not the case that the safety net needs repair and he won't fix it. Equivalently, he said that either the safety net doesn't need repair or that he will fix it. Let's call this theory the material conditional theory. Philosophers, at least as far back as the Hellenistic philosopher Philo of Megara, have been attracted to this theory about what conditionals mean. In order to state the material conditional theory more precisely, we will make use of a device from logic called a truth table. A truth table is a way of representing how the truth of a complex sentence, in this case the conditional 1, depends on the truth values of its parts, in this case the antecedent and consequent of 1. Let's start with a simple example of a conjunction. Take the sentence, the cat is on the mat and the cat is fat. Naturally, someone who says this tells you two things: that the cat is on the mat and that the cat is fat. Thus, the sentence 3 is true if both the cat is on the mat and the cat is fat, and false if either the cat isn't on the mat or the cat isn't fat. We draw this dependence of the truth value of the whole sentence on its parts in our truth table as follows, noting T for true when the sentence is true, and F for false when the sentence is false. Notice that since we want to represent how the truth value of 3 depends on the truth values of its parts, the first two columns contain every possible combination of assigning either T or F to the parts of 3. Furthermore, notice 3 only has a T in the row where both of its parts have T's. This captures the fact that conjunctions are true only if both of their conjuncts are true and false otherwise. It also captures the fact that 3 tells us both that the cat is on the mat and that the cat is fat, since that is the only condition under which it is true. Okay, so now what about our conditional sentence 1? According to the material conditional theory, 1 tells us that it is not the case that the safety net needs repair and Romney won't fix it. So in our truth table, we assign F to the conditional only on row 2, where it is true that the safety net needs repair and false that Romney will fix it. We assign T to it on all other rows. This assignment of truth values therefore entirely captures the meaning of the conditional 1 according to the material conditional theory. Now, although the material conditional theory has been endorsed by many philosophers, it faces several difficult challenges. You might have noticed that, according to the theory, the sentence 1 is true in all rows besides the second. Does this seem right to you? In the next video, we will explore some challenges facing the material conditional theory and see how some other theories about what conditionals mean may fare better.
Okay, I don't know if that actually helped or not, but looking at your book, I don't know, I thought it was, at least it wasn't me talking again. Looking at your book, I want to look at the problems from yesterday. You were, some people who were doing what they were supposed to be doing were stuck on. I'll take a blank book right now because it's completely blank. As are many others. He is not the only one. 2.2.2 is where you were supposed to be. Surely to goodness you filled in everything and you got till number 8. Number 8 is where I want to start. Number 8 is where I want to start. On number 8, as freaking always, it is TTFF, TFTF, and not P is easy to fill in because it's the opposite of P, so FFTT. Not Q is easy to fill in because it's opposite of Q, so FTFT. Is there anyone who doesn't understand, once my camera focuses, the first 4 entries? Okay, well, P implies Q. It's true most of the time. It's like an or. It's true most of the time. It's true if the first thing is false. Because, again, if we were back to I like my school rules thing, if you're not at school, I don't give a rip about you. So I assume you're wearing shoes, but honestly, I just don't care. So on the bottom 2, I'm automatically going to put a T. But the reason I'm putting a T is because the first thing, the P, was false. So you weren't at school, and I just frankly don't care. If you are at school and you have on shoes, you're doing good, so I'm going to put a T. But if you are at school and you don't have on shoes, that's when you're going to probably run into Miss Billings and get yourself in some trouble. So that's our only case of an F. So again, most of the time, we end up with, maybe not in this order, but we end up with 3 T's and 1 F. So if I'm just guessing, and I don't know what on God's green earth I'm doing, if I see that symbol, just like if I saw an or symbol, I'm going to guess some mix of 3 T's and 1 F. Yes, dear.
This is an off-topic question, but our grades locked in.
Do what, dear?
Our grades locked in.
I don't know what you mean by locked in. Am I enjoying changing them any longer? No.
I know your progress. I didn't know if they
No. They wouldn't be locked in, so no. They give me a little time to grade my stuff. That doesn't mean you should keep handing me stuff, but they give me a little time to grade my stuff. Okay. They are nice. So, are there any questions about this column? Well, I'm going to cover up that column and the columns that I don't need. Because honestly, sometimes I think that's the problem, is that we're seeing too many things at once. So if I don't need, this next column says Q and P. So I'm not needing the not P, I don't need the not Q, and I definitely don't need the P or Q. So I'm going to cover up 3 columns. We don't need those 3. Q is first. So that's the person I need to look at first. So Q is true, P is true. What should I put in my first line?
True.
True. They're both true, so it's true. Now, Q is false, P is true. What should I put in my second line? True. It's back to that you're not at school, because Q comes first, so we're looking at Q. You're not at school, I literally don't care, so it's true. There's another one where I literally don't care. Which one is that? Where else do I just not care what you're wearing or whatever you're doing? I just don't care because you're not at school. Which one is it? 4. Thank you. Thank you, Craig. You can have a point for understanding my question. Yes, I understand the next one down is false. Q is true, so you are at school. You don't have on shoes. That's why it's false. But again, the reason I'm reading it in this order is because it says Q first, then P. So I only care if Q is true and P is false. Okay, is there anyone still confused about that column? Okay, then I need to move some stuff over. I see some people still writing. I'll let them write that down. I need to move some stuff over because my next column says I don't want P, I don't want Q, I want not P, not Q, I don't need this, and I don't need this. I specifically need not P and not Q. And then I had some people 6th period, yeah, they're further along than you, haha. It happens. There's less of them. That's what we'll blame it on. I had some people 6th period who were trying to negate the sentence. If I'm not at school, then I'm not wearing shoes. And I completely get that's what you should do in real life. I understand. But again, we're thinking too deep. I shouldn't end up with 3 T's and an F. Just focus on the values. P is first. It's false the first 2 times, so I don't care about you. You're not at school. I just don't care. I assume you're safe, but whatever. So my first 2 entries, I'm going to put what?
False.
Oh.
True.
Since that comes first, and it's false, so you're not at school, and I just don't care. I'm going to put true for both. You're not at school. That's what the FF over here indicates. So I just don't care. I don't care if you have on shoes or not. You're at school, you have on shoes, we're good to go. Again, our only issue is when we have the first thing T, the second thing F. That's the only time where Bailey's at school and she doesn't have on shoes. But again, 3 T's, 1 F. 3 T's, 1 F. Okay, are there any questions about that column? It would make my day if someone could tell me what to put in this last column.
I got you. True. I don't got you. False.
Matthew, bless you. 2 points. Okay, so not Q comes first in this sentence. That's what that symbols are implying, not Q. So the falses are you aren't at school, so we really just don't care. So I automatically knew in 1 and 3 I'm putting a T. The last one was both true. You're at school, you have on shoes, I'm happy. You're at school and your phone's going off during class, I'm not happy, hence the 1F. Hence the 1 and only F. And yet my life continues on. Okay, are there any questions about that? I'm feeling a little better. Now, this is what normally